So, hello, we are from Tech Power. We originated as a battery manufacturer when we first launched. No, when we first founded the company back in 2000, and our love of cars and automotive led us to the company that we are today, the sports car electric company that we are known for. So we are located in South Germany, and we manufacture sports electric car that is high performance, but not only for the track use but also for everyday comfortable use. Our vision and mission is to be a leader in manufacturing of hypercar, and in terms of electric vehicle company, and our mission is to accelerate the advancement of sustainable and ecological sports car by bringing a compelling mass market as soon as possible. Our statement of financing needs is, or in other words, our overhead is consists of operational costs, manufacturing costs, advertising, and joint venture.
So the main product that we provide for the customer is, of course, the electric car that has fast and comfort sport car that combined with fully electronic technologies and advancing driving experience. And the services that we provide for them is, there are two services that we provide for them, which one of them is a spare part for providing any spare part for the cars, and also the exchangeable battery for them, and also the online upgrade for them. By providing the online upgrade for them, we can provide services to them over the Wi-Fi and over the app itself. We didn't have to come to they didn't have to come to our services for the upgrade itself. And next is the business app, or our business is a large business app because we have over like 50 million assets and omset for the company itself. The equipment that we use for industrial is, of course, the heavy machining one for the production and the assembly of the car itself, the testing station, and also the equipment for the testing one, which is the speed and the reliability and stuff like that. The forklift for delivering and passing through the parts for each station to one station to another stations, and also the standard office equipment for just office workers. The personnel, we can divide it into into 8 parts of personnels. The first one is CEO, which is the main executive that control all of the division we have. The next thing is the Chief Technology Officer, which govern over the technology that we try to implement it to the car. The next thing is the Operator Officer, the Chief Operating Officer for maintaining the production of the cars. Next is the R&D for developing and researching the batteries and stuff of the car. The Human Resource for handling the human resource, and Finance and Marketing Department for advertising and stuff outside the companies. The designer for designing the cars, and also the customer service for all the services that we serve for them. The next is the background of the entrepreneurship. The background that we envision for our company is the bachelor's graduate of the major of mechanical engineering that we graduated from the Swiss German University and also the Fachhochschule Südwestfalen.
So past analysis is a way for a company to analyze uncontrolled external variables and to see how it affects the company. So we divide the external variables into 4 categories, which is politics, social, economic, and technology. So for politics, government incentives is like for example in USA, where the government is actually introducing laws to encourage automotive companies to dive into the electrical car sectors. And also global trade regulations and agreements, it can affect us if we, for example, have a factory in China and maybe China suddenly cuts ties with our base country. It would then create an issue for us. And for political stability in major markets, for example, like in the recent events, the Brexit event, which is UK leaving the European Union, it may cause economic damage to us. And for economic stability issues, it makes our company, it may affect our company's financial performance, and decreasing battery costs would allow us to create cars with cheaper price, but it may also allow our competitors to maybe stand in one ground with us. And the decreasing renewable energy costs would make it so that renewable energy would look more appealing, and by having that happen, it would then increase the appeal of our company. And for social variables, right now there are some hype and trends regarding renewable energy and eco-friendly lifestyles. With that trend going up, it would also make our company more appealing, and they would see us as one of their potential buys. And improvement in wealth distribution would mean that with the wealth distribution improving, more people would be able to afford our cars, and therefore it increases our market. And last but not least, the technology variables, sorry. With right now cars getting more and more advanced, it would then make our technologically advanced cars become one of the prime buys for customers. And also with the advancement in car technologies and business automation, it would then allow opportunities for us to improve our factories, improve our cars, and make our whole product even better than before.
SWOT analysis is a study to identify internal strengths and weaknesses, and also external opportunities and threats. So we identified that our strength, we have a patent ultra long-lasting battery technology that we have been developed since the year 2000. And also we have a strong marketing policies and improving customer base, that we want to improve customer satisfaction, and also we give special privileges to our customers that only usually given to others company, to a VIP member only. But our batteries is a non-rechargeable batteries that have to be replaced every 6 months in the routine service, and we have a limited experience in new products development and handling multiple models because we are new in this area. We also identified the opportunities that this world society is more aware about global warming, so they are tend to be eco-friendly. And also we're trying to make more eco-friendly products that will answer to their problem about eco-friendly products. On the other hand, the threat is the foreign currency exchange rates. The exchange rate is always fluctuate, and the threat that we're handling is that if the exchange rate is fluctuate, so let's say that we have to pay to some commodity like $50 million, and then because of the fluctuating currency, we have to pay $100 million. And also we have an increasing competition in automotive market, because a lot of car companies trying to make an electric car also.
In this section of the presentation, I will present and describe about the 5 force analysis of our company. And then there are 5 main, let's say 5 main forces here. The competitive rivalry of the electric vehicle companies, we can say Tesla, Pininfarina and others. We also have bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of substitution and barriers to entry. The competitive rivalry part. There are 3 main factors: the small number of firms, high aggressiveness of firms, and the low switching cost. We can see that there are only a small number of firms in electric vehicle industry, so it limits the effect to our companies according to the competition. However, these firms are generally more aggressive in doing marketing compared to our newborn company, so it is considered as a strong force for us. And then the low switching costs that makes the customer to change product to other company, which is also considered a strong force. And this makes the competitive rivalry is a strong force, basically. And then the bargaining power of the buyers. There are 3 main factors: the low switching costs also from the previous part, the moderate substitute availability, and the low volume of purchases. The low switching costs reduce barriers for our company's customers to purchase cars from other companies. And then in this context, this factor imposes a strong force also. The availability of substitutes is only moderate in many cases. Like for example, many customers in suburban small areas have limited access to public transportation, making it possible for them to choose to drive their own car. In addition, the low volume of purchases, let's say 1 or 2 cars, reduces the influence of our customers, because our car is not a mass-produced type. We specialize in improving the technology of each of the specialized car. And then the third one is the bargaining power of our suppliers. And there are 3 main factors: the moderate forward integration, the moderate size of suppliers, and the moderate supply level. Our suppliers have a low level of forward integration. They have limited control and distribution. So instead of doing this straight transaction, direct transaction, they use third parties to sell their materials to our company. And then in this case of the 5 force analysis, this factor imposes medium or moderate forces. In addition, most of the suppliers are moderately sized, so it's not a kind of a big company, so it is considered a moderate force. And then a moderate supply level, it also imposes as a moderate force. And then the fourth one is the threat of substitution. There are 3 factors: low switching cost again, the moderate substitute availability, and the moderate performance of substitutes. As pointed out in other aspect of this Porter 5 analysis, low switching costs enables a big competition. In this external analysis case, this low switching cost enables substitutes such as public transportation to easily attract our customers. This factor, of course, considered as strong force. And then the moderate availability of these substitutes limits such influence of suppliers. For example, customers have only a moderate and limited number of substitute options in the market. In relation, many substitutes have only a moderate level of performance. Let's say a public transportation, if we compare it to not only our car but to a personal car, you have more freedom to go to anywhere rather than being fixed into a schedule of public transportation. So this whole threat of substitutes is considered a moderate force. And then the last one is the barriers to the entry. There are 3 factors here: high cost of brand development, high cost of doing business, and high economies of scale. If we compare it to the newer firms, they cannot directly compete with our company, especially because of the high cost of the development and the higher let's say, higher advance of technology that they cannot reach like right now. So they cannot compare in the brand development, and then they cannot compare in the economies kind of scale. So it is considered as the weak force. And then for the recommendations, the result of this Porter 5 force analysis shows that competition is the most significant force that impacts our business. Thus, the company must prioritize this force in a strategic formulation. Thank you.